Hello, and thank you for all the views and the comments and subscribing to my channel. I'm very, very impressed that this is going very well. Today's on the rock music and pop music Odyssey is REM. We have featured them in the song of the day, and I saw them. I saw them live. I wasn't very, very impressed by them. They were actually booed off a stage. I saw them in Croke Park in 1985, and yeah, I was not impressed. Squeeze were also on the same day, and they were booed off. I kind of just saw the end of Squeeze, so I couldn't really say whether they were any good or not, even though I saw last song, so that's not really fair on Squeeze. I did see Jules Holland many years later in the Glastonbury Extravaganza, and he put on a fine show with his Rhythm and Roots Orchestra, and he had people like Solomon Burke and Sam Brown singing with him, and Ruby Turner. But this band REM I did see, and I was not impressed. Then a year later, as I said in the short video, a year later they became very, very popular with their album Green. My neighbour, who I would sit in with and listen to all different albums, he was really into them. In fact, it was James Quinn from Birmingham, and he was really into them before anybody else was into them. And then all of a sudden, after a year later, when Crush came, I think it was Green came out. I'm mixing up with the song Orange Crush. Came out. They were hugely popular, and the same crowd who booed him a year ago all went along to see them. So I was kind of puzzled at it. I never sat down to listen to him. I never brought him into focus. But I did hear them on the radio. I did hear them on TV, see them on TV shows that I'd be watching back in the day. And when I played this album over the last week, I knew every song. I knew every single song on it, and I very much enjoyed the album. So you could have a negative experience of a band and be put off by them. Like I did have had a negative experience with Van Morrison. I saw Van Morrison twice live in the Trip the Tip, and he just wanted to sing behind the drum kit. That was my experience of Van Morrison. So twice, not once, but twice. And I really enjoyed this album. I knew every song on it. Who happened? What that happened to me with Iron Maiden. They were a band I never listened to, and I got a box set without listening to a single song. I totally am enjoying the box set at the moment, and again, I know a lot of the songs, but I never sat down to listen to them, and I'm wondering how is that possible? So I have to kind of scratch my head here as well. How did I know all of these songs that I never sat down to listen to? So you have Man on the Moon, you have The Great Beyond, All the Way to Reno, Losing My Religion, another great memory of Trip to Tip. We were waiting between acts, and this came on and everyone just freaked out. Orange Crush, Sleep Tonight, Stand in the Place That You Live, Everybody Hurts, Night Swimming, and I kind of just really enjoyed all of this. I'll just show you what the CD looks like. I got another charity shop fine. Teeth are broken. I don't like that when that happens to a CD. That's my only they're crushed. My only gripe with CDs is the teeth. Sometimes the teeth are bad. But there's a nice little booklet in this. There's kind of two booklets, as you will see. There's this little immediate one, which is kind of shows all the other albums. Green, Automatic for the People. I remember when all of these came out, and I just Monster. And I remember other people saying whether they liked them or not. That's the one I'm drawn to for some reason. I've never heard of this album, but if I was going to listen to one without knowing anything about it, I'd go for New Adventures in Hi-Fi. I have no idea why. Yeah, and that's the catalogue at the back. And we put this one back. We look at the booklet in a second. Then we'll add this to the collection of albums that we're going through. And this is a nice cover, Blue Moon. We just recently did have a nice Blue Moon. There's the band, Michael Stipe. Losing My Religion, the video. I suppose I heard a lot of songs from listening to, watching other music TV shows back in the day, where you kind of a set of songs were presented to you, and you kind of didn't have a choice as to who was on the show, so you watched it anyway. Kind of missed some of those days. So that's the booklet, quite nice. Kind of got it for £1 in a charity shop. That's kind of the purpose of this series of videos, showing what you can get on a budget and what types of music that you can get. So we had last week's Groove Armada. I think we're up to 8 now. Rush, Everything But the Girl. That REM down here. We have David Bowie, Canadian. That's a Canadian LP, so I'm going to be on the lookout and see if there's any other countries, that CD has any other countries on it. And that's Tina and Sinatra. And we have Queen down at the bottom, so yeah. That's kind of a nice selection of albums to have. You put them on, very, very, very different music. And yeah, I highly recommend all these albums, and I'm going to re-listen to a few of them, possibly this one. I really enjoyed that one. And kind of what I enjoy doing as well is putting these on the physical CD into the Panasonic, and I like to play my Xbox and play my Forza Horizon 4. I have Forza Horizon 5, but I find that game too big. It's in Mexico, and you spend too long going from destination to destination. And I like the Horizon 4. So yeah, this is our best of series so far, and we have 8. We have 2 more, and then we do a the top 3 of this for the last series of the first 10. Then we go on to another 10. Again, all charity shop finds. 24-bit. Check out the 24 bits. The sound of those albums are absolutely fantastic. So this is Stevie G, thanking you again for all the views and the comments and the likes and the shares. If you want to buy me a coffee, please do so. The link is in the description, and we will talk to you again in the next series. And not the next series. We will talk to you again in the next video.